Take it by the very edge.
Hold on, I can't get hold of the napkin, that's the first problem. This week, Barney and I are in training to be top-notch waiters.
And our Bring It On challenge is to serve at a charity event at the Ritz Hotel in London.
This hotel has one of the best reputations in the world, with famous actors, politicians and even royalty dining here. It opened nearly 100 years ago and it still keeps its very strict rules, not just for its staff, but also for its guests. You've got to be smart just to eat here.
Jake and I only had 5 days to learn how to be waiters, so we enlisted the help of modern-day butler, Tony Baker.
Have either of you done any waiting before?
I was the part-time waiter of the year, but it was very much hundreds of people, chuck the food at them. How was your breakfast? Can I have a tip, please? That kind of thing, rather than what you do.
Yourself?
Yeah, same kind of thing. But you know the guy that you always see in the back of the room that drops the plates and everyone gets a round of applause? That was kind of me.
OK, that won't happen at the Ritz.
Oh, he's doing it, OK.
Now, to kick off, we were just learning how to carry an empty tray, which was pretty easy.
Very good, very good. Right, don't look at the glasses, look in front of you.
Champagne for you, sir?
Yes, I will, thank you. Wrong. There's only 6 there, so have a little walk up and down.
Don't trip, Barney.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. That's actually quite hurt my elbows, giving me a bit of jip, actually.
Something you're going to have to get used to.
Yeah, super.
OK, we're going to have to change their attitude. They're very bubbly and effusive at the moment. We've got to change that to being more serious. We don't want to completely lose their whole personality, but what we need to do is make them actually take this much more seriously.
We'd conquered carrying the glasses, now we were going to learn how to serve the champagne. Funnily enough, Tony decided it was probably best to do this outside.
That's about as neat as it's going to get today with us around.
We stop there, let the bubbles come down. We don't want it to overflow, and it also has the added effect of cooling the glass slightly inside. So now you can carry on pouring, and it won't flare up again.
Find the little tag thing.
No?
It's hidden. Top off.
Thumb over the top.
Thumb over the top, I knew that. And don't twist the cork. Oh, it's still there.
Lessen your angle.
I think the most competitive out of me and Barney is probably me. Spill, come on! But I wouldn't say I'm competitive, it's only because Barney is completely not competitive. He spends all his time going, oh, you're doing well, oh, look how well you're doing, oh, that was good.
Jake's picking it up a lot quicker than I am, because I think Jake can sort of put his mind to this kind of stuff, where I'm going, what's the point in putting a bottle at 30 degrees, why don't you just hold it? There's a method to it, and I'm not very good with methods, but I think Jake is, so I think he'll do it a lot quicker than I will.
Now, what we're wearing is just plain wrong, so to get us looking the part, Tony took us to a gentleman's outfitters.
I'll deflate them.
Your arms down for me. Bigger than Barney's?
Yes.
Get in there.
A little bit, yeah. Do on the trouser length.
The suits helped, but we still needed tidying up. Next stop, a respectable haircut. I was not looking forward to this.
Well, right now, Barney looks a bit scared. He's actually quite protective over his hair. I'm happy to have anything. Particularly now you look like that. Whatever happens to me, I can't make any worse, so it's fine. The pressure's off.
Nice line.
That is one round head.
It's a big round head. A bit more flat, I think. There we go.
Look at this. Would you like a stupid haircut with your dinner, madam?
Is there a rule in a logbook somewhere that says you have to have flat hair to be a good butler?
No.
Good, I'm going to change it then. And I know nobody's going to be happy about it, but I don't give a monkeys. I'm not having my hair, like, flat down like that. Although I think you should keep yours like that.
I'm going to, because at the end of the day, that's what Tony wants. And Tony's training us, and Tony's making us Ritz-worthy. He knows what we need, and I will be flattening my hair.
But having daft hair doesn't mean you're Ritz-worthy, does it?
Grab a spoon and fork each.
Spoon.
Thank you.
Fork. Grazie. Not a problem.
And put the spoon so you're holding it like that. Get the fork so you're holding it between that finger and that thumb.
Yeah.
you'll now find you can move the fork independently of the spoon, and the spoon stays fairly firm.
Bit of a chopstick thing going on.
Bit of a chopstick thing, but not a maracas thing.
Yes.
We can now pick things up. Okay?
Ooh, look at that. I'll try a tomato.
Okay. You're going to have to pick up things like meat. Okay, this is a coaster. We're simulating meat.
It's a bit tough, isn't it? Is that
So you
spoon
can-
first job?
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay, got it. You've got your hand twisted slightly.
Oh, nuts. Sorry.
Drop your ham.
I'll get you some more.
Barney
mate.
dropped
Sorry
his
about
ham.
that. It's okay, I'll get you some more. Just wipe the fluff off it there.
It's a relatively easy thing to do, but it's not an easy thing to do really well, which is why I keep saying to them they must keep those two implements in their hands and they must practice, practice, practice.
So, for the next couple of hours, the spoon and fork were quite literally glued to our hands.
I've lost my Satsuma under the hedge.
Okay.
Satsuma crisis over. Next, how to set a table.
As the table is set, we've got to make sure everything is in line.
In line, buddy?
Just about.
We'll start from the centre and work out. Okay. We'll now talk about the service of the food. Ideally, the meat would go to the top of the plate, the potatoes would go to the right, the vegetables to the left.
It's actually nice to work with Jake because he can be stood there and he'll do something with a fork, and I've noticed myself doing it. I'll copy him. I'll actually go, oh yeah, that's right. Whereas I should be taking it on board myself and going, no, you can do this yourself. Potatoes?
Yes, please. The only very slight criticism is that we've got the potatoes and the vegetables the wrong side on yours.
I got a bit annoyed by Barney, actually. We actually have to serve at one of the best hotels in the world now in 3 days, three and a bit days. And you've got to know where to put the potatoes, and you've got to have the confidence to say, well, they go on the right. Simple.
Hey, Tony.
All right, gentlemen, you're doing very well, but you need some serious practice.
Right.
We've set up a little surprise dinner party at your flat, Barney.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, I want you to go back, I want you to set the table, and I want you to serve silver service the guests that are coming for dinner this evening.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. See you shortly.
Barney's posh pad.
Stitch-Up's Anne and Callum turned out to be our surprise visitors.
What's the main course?
Tonight's main course is roast chicken with potatoes and a selection of vegetables.
I'm vegetarian.
Boys. Honestly?
No, seriously.
What's the
Is
problem?
this some?
Anne's
am I-
vegetarian. We should have asked that before. Are you really vegetarian?
No,
Are you stitching us up for it?
No.
We'll sort you out something fine, okay?
We'll go and ask the chef if he can talk to you.
We should have guessed, with these two, it was never going to be easy.
Yeah. Oh, no. That's okay.
Sorry.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. That's a problem. Sort that out. What did we do?
We'll just replace the top cloth. That's probably why it's there. Because you can't eat a whole meal on a wet cloth.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Alright.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
None on anybody's clothes. Everybody's okay. It's okay.
Well, with that little disaster over, it was time to put our silver service skills to the test, which, believe me, is not easy with a cheese and tomato butty.
Yes. Excuse me, thank you.
Serving the veg was much easier.
So, would you like some potatoes?
Yes, please.
Excuse me, sir, would you like some meat?
Yes, please. Slap it on.
I'm not fussy.
Everything okay for you then?
Is everything okay for this, sir?
Thank you.
Fantastic friend of our first
Barney.
knew I was going to do that. I do apologise, sir. I'll clean this up right away.
Just don't do it at the Ritz.
Shocking, and he was doing so well.
My big problem is that I've got more questions now than I did have, because I was saying to myself when I was working, I was like, oh, do I clear stuff and hold stuff at the same time?
Yeah.
Do I move their dessert spoons around for them? You know, just little things. And you can't know everything, and I don't know enough.
we headed back to Gloucestershire for Tony to give us his verdict on the night before.
The set table.
That looks great. I just can't quite see from that. The tallest glass, that's at the back for the water, yes?
Yeah, they are. We decided that's where they went. I think that's right, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the tallest glass at the back. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, no, man.
Right, so she just spilled her drink all over the table.
But we didn't know what to do at this point. It'd be interesting to see what you think.
You're probably doing exactly the right thing, as she's stripping down like that.
Oh, Barney.
And have you ever silver served a sandwich?
I can't actually remember ever silver serving a sandwich, I must confess. I would tend to do the meat first.
Okay, we did think that on a day.
Yeah. Oops. If that happens in real life when you're working, the thing to do is simply carry on as if nothing's happened. You just want to, oops, drop that, carry on, come back to it in a moment. I think you did